The diversity and culture in Houston, Texas is unmatched. If you're living in Houston, Texas or thinking about moving to Houston, here are 15 things you absolutely must know. Hey everybody, welcome to the Living in Houston, Texas channel. If you're new to this channel, it's all about everything you want to know living in Houston, Texas. The up, down, left, and right. What it's like to eat, sleep, play, and breathe, and everything in between. If you're not new here, welcome back. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps everyone just like you looking for this type of information find it more easily. Also, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video just like this one. So the very first thing you must know is Houston has no zoning laws, guys. And let me explain what that means. No zoning basically means that you can build residential or commercial property anywhere in the city. Isn't that crazy? Because compared to most other cities, what you find is that they do have zoning laws. So it's like you can only build residential right here and you can only build commercial in here. But because we don't have any zoning laws, typically what we see in some communities is a mixture of residential and commercial, but it allows us to create these really cool electric neighborhoods. So, I mean, it allows people to literally like step out their door, walk down the street, find dining, restaurants, shopping, and the whole nine. So it really does give that sense of like community feel because you have your businesses really interacting with the community. Again, you find a lot of favorites. You know, people have their favorites that they walk to all the time and things like that. And you really get to know the people in the community and know the people that run these businesses. And so in my opinion, it's really great customer service. It is so pleasant to walk into a coffee shop or something like that and get greeted by your name consistently, or they already know what you come in for every day, so they already have your drink available. So like I said, it really does create a unique form of these type of neighborhoods, but we are one of the few and unique cities that don't have any zoning laws. So if you live in Houston, there is what we call the Loop. The Loop is basically a circular freeway that goes all around Houston. So you can get, if you stay on this freeway, you can go all the way around Houston, get to north, south, east, and west parts of Houston on this one loop. So we have inside the loop and outside the loop. My second thing you must know is what it's like living inside the loop. So inside the loop is more like city life. That's where you're gonna see a lot of those electric neighborhoods where, again, you have residential very close to a commercial experience. You're really gonna, like I said, feel the city life. You know, there's a lot of things are within walking distance. Parks, play areas, grocery stores, restaurants, all those different type of things. You'll really get that living inside the city life. So if you're really not a fan of driving, right, and you want close access to everything, you definitely wanna be inside the loop. Some of the popular areas inside the loops is the Houston Heights, River Oaks, West University, and so on. We talked about what it's like to live inside the loop. Let's talk about what it's like to live outside the loop. So outside the loop, that's where you're gonna find your more low-key and suburban type neighborhoods. Definitely need a car if you live outside the loop, right? So let's just say a commute from, you know, suburb to downtown is roughly about 30 minutes. So it's no way you can walk 30 minutes. So you definitely need a car. You will have shopping and dining and things like that around you, but more than likely, they're not gonna be walking distance. So you will have to take a short drive and things like that. But also, you know, outside the loop, you're gonna find more of your family-friendly neighborhoods. You're also gonna find like more of the top-rated school districts and things like that. So just keep that in mind. Inside the loop is more of the city-like feel, but outside the loop is more so of that suburban feel that you see type in the movies and things like that. So some of the top communities outside the loop or areas outside the loop would be Missouri City, Sugar Land, Humble, the Woodlands, Katy, and so on. So I bet you guys didn't realize or know that Houston is within an hour drive of two beaches. Yes, Galveston Beach and Surfside Beach. I personally like Surfside Beach more because you can actually drive on the beach. You can set up picnics and things like that on the beach. Galveston Beach, you're gonna have to park on the street and then walk down to the actual beach area. So if you're looking for, you know, ease and accessibility, Surfside Beach is gonna be the best beach for you in my opinion. But let me tell you guys something. It gets hot here and it stays hot all the way up until maybe about the end of October. So you can actually go to the beach anytime you want to between March and October. So commuting here is really no cakewalk, guys. Commuters in Houston spend more time on the road than most Americans, period, averaging an hour or more each day based on government traffic studies. Houston is definitely not deemed a walkable city. You definitely need some type of transportation when you come here. Guys, you can easily, and I've done it and I do it all the time, you can easily be in the car going from South Houston to North Houston and be in the car for over an hour. You definitely need some type of car. So if you're looking for a city where you don't have to do much driving, Houston may not be the place for you. One thing Houston does is go big on higher education. Houston is the home of more than 40 colleges and universities in the metro area, including University of Houston, Rice University, and Texas Southern University. The next topic is, guys, Houston's diversity may actually surprise you. So according to the US Census, Houston is the most ethnically diverse large city in the US, as no single racial or ethnic group represents the majority. Guys, we have a lot of cultural and diversity events here. So anything that you can think of, it happens in this city at some point in time throughout the year. Now guys, I do have to tell you, our property taxes are higher than most states. We rank number 7 with some of the higher property taxes across the nation. Our state average property tax is 1.8%, but realistically, guys, Houston, you can see any range of property taxes from, let's just talk about inside the loop, ranging from about 2.3 to 2.6%. And then when you get into the suburbs, you're looking at roughly 3.0 to about 3.8%. Now, some suburbs do have cheap property taxes like you would be inside the city, but majority of the suburbs, you're going to see a 3.0 or higher. The caveat is we have no state income tax. So you do get to keep a bit more of your money in your pocket, but we do make it up with the property taxes, guys. Now, if you want to live in Houston, you better be ready for the extreme weather. Guys, it gets hot in Houston. So if you like heat, then you'll love being a Houstonian. Our city is really hot and really humid. On an average, the low temperature is about 40 degrees, and we'll see that in about January, February timeframe. But in August, the summer months, all the way up to like August, September, October, we're definitely gonna be 95 degrees. I'm filming this video in October, and last I checked earlier today, it was 91 degrees here in Houston, Texas. But besides the heat and humidity, there are 2 other factors to keep in mind. There is a risk of flooding, and it increases in Houston. Because we're on a flat land, it does flood here. So if you're choosing a home, looking for an area, make sure you become familiar with the flood zones so that you don't buy a home in a flood zone area. If you buy a home that's in a flood zone area and you get a loan, your lender will require not only do you have homeowners insurance, but you also have flood insurance as well. Now, the one thing with the flood insurance premium, it works a little bit different than homeowners insurance premiums, because homeowners insurance premiums, most of the time you can include it into your mortgage payment. With flood insurance claims, or premiums, I'm sorry, not claims, but premiums, it's a one-time yearly fee that has to be paid every year. And it does vary depending on which zip code you live in, the likelihood of that area flooding, if it's in a flood zone or not, if it's previously flooded, and so on. So guys, just really be mindful of that, because flooding is a thing here. But once you get, well, most of the realtors in the Houston area have a good idea on what areas flood and what areas don't. One other thing you should know is about our job market. So Houston's economy is very diverse, and major employers include retail, medical, and oil and gas fields. The top employers in the Houston area are Walmart, Memorial Hermann, which is a hospital system, and the grocery store chain H-E-B. So guys, H-E-B is like the creme de la creme of grocery stores here. It started in Texas, and a lot of people shop there. You see an H-E-B in around all of the major areas in Houston. I always like to make a joke and say, if an H-E-B is in your area, then you made it. Your area is one of the creme de la cremes. But everybody in Texas freaking loves H-E-B. Not only do they sell just your standard grocery store items, you know, they have a lot of cuisine type items as well. You can go in H-E-B and buy sushi. You know, you can buy ready-made salmon meals. There's so much that goes on. And you can also, during crawfish season, they actually sell one of Texas's favorite foods, especially here in Houston, crawfish. The next topic is the food. You really have to get excited about the food here. So there's a little saying that we say around here is that you can literally travel anywhere around the world without actually leaving Houston just by dining out. Guys, remember how I talked about how diverse this city is? So is the food. The culinary experience is none other. So let me tell you guys a little story. One time, my friends and I, we said that we were going to make it a point to go to a new restaurant we had never been to every Friday for 3 months. We were literally able to find that hands down, no problem. I experienced get some of the best food, and not expensive food either, but some of the best food that you can ever eat right here in the heart of Houston. So I definitely encourage you guys to check out the cuisines. If they make it, you'll probably find it here in Houston. So there's abundance of entertainment here in the Houston area as well. We have a variety of sports teams, museums, family-friendly activities, you name it, it's here. I absolutely love, guys, when they bring the food truck festivals to the different communities. Oh my God, I didn't know there were so many food trucks that exist with so many different types of cuisines. That kind of goes back to like the abundance of food here. But when you think about the sports, let's just think about all the teams that are here. So we have the Houston Rockets NBA team, we have the Texans NFL team, we have the Astros, which is the Major League Baseball team. We also have the Dynamo, which is the soccer team. I mean, the list goes on and on. And the coolest things too, we also have the Sugarland Skeeters and the Pearland. I don't remember their names, but two of our Little League baseball teams here actually always make it very far on nationally. The museum district is amazing. There's 19 different museums in the museum district, arrayed with an array of things from the Children's Museum all the way to the Museum of Natural Science. I love the Museum of Natural Science. They always bring some cool things to Houston. But my favorite exhibit is the butterfly exhibit. My daughter actually loves that exhibit as well. We went there for the first time actually with the Girl Scouts, and I was actually blown away with the different array, how many butterflies. I've never seen this many amount of butterflies. So if you're looking for something to do in Houston, there's an endless amount of things and that don't really even cost a lot of money. So make sure you look that up, take advantage, because if you're looking for something to do in the city, you can definitely find something to do every day of the week. So in my opinion, guys, Houston is one of the greenest cities in the South. One of the main parks here is George Bush Park, and it's located on the far west side of the city. It's situated entirely within Barker Reservoir, which is Houston's largest park. But aside from that, we have so many parks and play areas throughout the city. You really cannot drive anywhere without seeing some type of green. My favorite park, my absolute favorite park and play area that I take my daughter to all the time is downtown Discovery Green Park. It's a really cool setup because you have areas where you can play. They really even have a lot of areas where content creators go shoot content throughout the, using various sculptures and things like that. They also have a small restaurant built right in the heart of the park, so you can walk around. I mean, if you want to eat, they also pull up food trucks too, where you can have snow cones and things like that. It's just a lot of fun. The best thing about it, most of the time in the wintertime too, they also have ice skating. So we like to take the kids out there so we can go ice skating outside in the park, really get that Christmas feel. But check out Discovery Green Park. It's definitely at the top of my list. Guys, so the home prices here are relatively low compared to the nation. So according to Houston.org, housing costs in Houston is 19.4% below the national average and the second most affordable place among the 20 most US metros. So it doesn't cost a lot to get a lot here in Houston. And according to the Houston Association of Realtors, the median home price as of August 2022 was only $341,000. So guys, let me put that in perspective. On average, what $341,000 will get you is the 3 to 4 bedroom home ranging 1,700 to 2,200 square feet. So guys, I saved the best for last, and Houstonians already know this, but the Houston Livestock and Show and Rodeo is a serious event here in Houston. The rodeo is one of the largest events held every year in the month of March, guys. And it's not just the type of rodeo that you think of with horses and cows and things like that. It's a full month-long production filled with a barbecue cook-off. They have concerts literally every night. It's a huge carnival. They have a huge petting area for the kids and so much more. When I was a kid, I so looked forward going to the rodeo, and to be honest, as an adult, I still do. So part of the rodeo is having Go Texan Day as well. So Go Texans Day is when all of the kids in all of the various areas dress up in their Texans gear, cowboy gear and things like that, and go to school. Even like last year, my kids even took a field trip to the rodeo. So I took the kids, we all went on a field trip to the rodeo and things like that, but it's just so much fun. The food, it's food galore. I mean, if you're coming to Houston, you have to indeed make time to check out the rodeo. So again, guys, my name is Nicole Handy. I'm the team leader of the Nicole Handy real estate team here in Houston, Texas. And we get so many people reaching out to us every day about their move to Houston. They call us, they text us, they send us an email, and we absolutely love it. You can actually do the same. So send me a text, go ahead and give me a call, or skip all that and schedule an appointment using the calendar link down below. Either way, we would love to talk to you.